my name's Guleraana. I'm a writer based in Hornchurch. I live approximately 1 mile from the Queen's Theatre. I've essentially lived 1 mile from the Queen's Theatre for a very large portion of my life. It's probably one of my first interactions with theatre, which is nice. And yeah, it's just really amazing seeing my name on the wall outside. I've taken quite a lot of pictures of it as I walk past on my lockdown walk. I also co-run a company called the Filmers, and we were established by Maddie Moore, who's the artistic director. I think she started the company in like 2014 to promote women's voices and to sort of just make sure that there is some sort of gender equality happening in the theatre industry. So that's our jam.
Great. Would you like to tell us a little bit about your piece?
Sure. So my piece, I think I've referred to it as less of a coming of age and more of a coming to terms. And it's about a character called Fiza who returns home to Essex, well, London Borough of Havering, to her childhood bedroom in her parents' house, and is faced with the prospect of unpacking some boxes.
And so your piece is very, very musical. What were you thinking? Were you listening to the music while you were writing?
Yeah, so I myself have recently, I say recently, it's been almost 2 years since I moved back to the area, back in with my parents, and it's been really nice to reconnect. We have somebody some point started a shared playlist with all of the songs that we loved when we were younger, that we would listen to on nights out, and that really tied in with the themes of the piece that I wanted to write. And yeah, I was listening to those playlists as I was writing, and may or may not have been like, okay, which one of these wants to go in, and at some point had all of them in and then had to peel them back and pick my favorites. But yeah, I think music is a really big part of my adolescence in Romford, so it definitely had to be part of the play.
So your piece sounds very autobiographical then. What was that like, drawing on your kind of your own life experiences and having people see them on stage or via live stream?
Yeah, no one that knows me is allowed to see this piece. I don't know, that's not true. I think, I mean, it's easy, isn't it? It's easy to put yourself on stage, and in terms of action and things that you've been through, it's a lot harder to get under the skin and make yourself vulnerable and really put some of the worst parts of your life into a character and let that be seen by whoever wants to come and see it. And I think there's a real catharsis in that, but also like a real fear about maybe coming to terms with some things that like even I haven't come to terms with, but the character has to. So it's that sense of doing some psychological healing whilst writing and then putting it on stage and being like, what's my trauma? So I'll caveat it with, it's not all me. It is quite autobiographical, but it's not beat for beat my life, which I think is nice because it's fun to pick things that you want to explore and then play around with them.